Hi, a very good day to our beloved lecturer, and thank you for viewing our video presentation. Before I proceed further with our presentation, please allow me to introduce my group member. First, myself, Lo Wai Ek, Chu Nit Hui, Liu Cheng Chi, Liu Fei Xiong, and Muhammad Iqbal. So, problem statement for our assignment. We are assigned to conduct an interview which is about the company management system. So in this assignment, we are talking about Evergreen Fibreboard Sdn Bhd.
For the objective to study the management organization in Evergreen Fibreboard Sdn Bhd and to study the function of management in terms of application in reality, to verify the ISO standards in a company and the methods of sustaining it, and the last one, to investigate the methods of conducting maintenance in a company. Company profile. Evergreen Fibreboard Berhad is one of the companies in Malaysia that have successfully made the best out of plain rubber wood. Recently listed on Bursa Malaysia, Evergreen is an integrated producer of quality engineered woods based product made from medium density fiberboard. Besides the company's core business in manufacturing MDF, which are made from residual rubber wood, it also produces particle board and knockdown furniture. At present, about Rm 320 million worth or 80% of its MDF is exported to customers in over 40 countries, including the US, Vietnam, China, Japan, Taiwan, South Korea, and Jordan. The company, whose headquarters and main factories are located on a 10-hectare site at the Parit Raja Industrial Estate in Johor, has 3 other production facilities in the state as well as an overseas venture in Thailand.
The mission for Evergreen Fibreboard Sdn Bhd is to be a world-class integrated wood-based panel, produce blending advanced technology with innovative thinking. While the mission is to produce environmentally friendly, quality medium density fiberboard, particle board, and downstream products through a well-managed afforestation program and by a committed workforce. The second is to achieve long-term growth while maintaining our reputation as the leading producer, deliver satisfaction and confidence to our valued customer. The third is to excel in all operations by improved production process and cost control.
For the company structure of Evergreen Fibreboard Berhad, there are total 4 countries where they are located specifically. Firstly, the most number of companies are Malaysia, then is Thailand, Indonesia, and then the final one is Singapore. Next, we're going to talk about the process in making fiberboard. The chipper. There are total a lot of processes. For example, the chipper, the refiner, the dryer, the magnetic system, cut to size, and forming. For further information, please log on to their website. Thank you. About the interviewee information. The person that we interview is called Mr. Pagan. His age 35 years old. His position in Evergreen is Manager of Human Resources, and his years of experience is 10 years. Now we're going to talk about question and answer. There are total 5 questions that we have interviewed Mr. Pagan. The first question is, what is your role in terms of management and organization system in Evergreen Fibreboard? And he stated that he was the Manager of Human Resources in Evergreen, and his daily routine is mainly dealing with administrative work and communication between each department. And he pointed out that Human Resources Department is the key of communication between each department in terms of increasing the rate of settling work. Most companies would rather handle the relationship within each department only. However, in Evergreen, Human Resources Department not only arranging the staff, but also arranging training for the staff so that they are able to pick up their work effectively. Every human being is different, and thus the project for each individual will be different too. Therefore, being able to foresee the problem and prevent these problems from occurring is the main goal of conducting the project. He also stated that in terms of leading his team to perform their tasks towards the goal, he would just assign the task accordingly to everybody, and he does not say the method, how they do it. He just wants to see the outcome from the task given, and he ended with, process isn't important, result is. For question number 2, what is your experience in managing different projects and how would you lead your team to achieve towards a certain goal? According to Mr. Bagan, he said that his projects are mainly giving training to the employees that joined Evergreen recently. He pointed out that every training has its own guideline to follow and obey, so that the process for the training would be smooth. Although he has the guideline to follow, however, there are still some uncertainties lying along the project because the project is dealing with human, not machine nor some product processing. For question number 3, please explain your method on monitoring and controlling projects such as resources allocation and finance management. Mr. Pagan stated that his method is pretty much very simple. Every project has its own budget and estimated time of finishing. Therefore, he would just follow this guideline to avoid any misuse of these resources given from the company. He pointed out that unless in certain circumstances, when the project needed extra resources, proper appeal has to be made to the top management to ensure resources are allocated accordingly and to show as an evidence to the top management. Question 4. What if your team has some conflict between the members? What action would you take to resolve this problem? Mr. Pagan stated that if the conflict happened due to performing tasks in project, he would step in and solve the problem by judging the situation and determine the right method of performing the task. He added that in some cases, if both parties are right, tasks can be done by applying both of their method. But in order to resolve the conflict, a decision has to be made, and he will choose the solution with minimum resources spent, or more simply, the easier way. 5. How do you maintain the quality of management in your company so that the management would be in optimistic condition? According to Mr. Pagan, he stated that the motivation is important in maintaining the quality of the management. Without the motivation as a driving force, the level of management would drop significantly because himself, as a manager, if he does not show a good example to the staffs that he's leading, everybody would be just as bad as him, and which causes inefficiency in their work. He added that the motivation for himself is not enough. He has to provide this driving force to everyone in the department so that everyone will be disciplined and commit to their job. Quality is a continuous commitment that requires strong motivation and endurance.
Based on the interview conducted with Mr. Pagan, we have identified that although Mr. Pagan is only a manager in human resources, but his role is very essential in order to keep the corporate to run smoothly. For example, we understood his role in the management system as well as his work functional areas, his responsibility towards his project and his peer. On the other hand, we also identified the method Mr. Pagan used to monitor and control his team while conducting a project. His technique was very convincing because it can apply not only in his case, but also it may be applied in other areas too. The problem that he pointed out while conducting the project was very tedious, and yet it can be understood easily. He made us realize that problems could happen anywhere, anytime, and anyhow. Preventing these problems to damage our project is the key of achieving goals in our project. Furthermore, we have verified the method of control the relationship between manager and staff from Mr. Pagan. The method was very reasonable and it may apply in our daily life whenever it requires us to make decisions. Finally, he made us realize how to maintain quality effectively. Motivation is one good factor to keep everything in standard, although it has several other factors for maintaining the quality. But we strongly agree the point that Mr. Pagan made during the interview. In conclusion, we feel that the interview was extremely beneficial. Mr. Pagan's interview provided information about being a manager and steps we should take to prepare ourselves in the future. In addition, he also provided us with real-world information. Conducting this interview proved to be a great learning experience because we now have more knowledge not only academically but also theories that we can apply in our daily life too. Because of the interview, we have better idea and understanding about the management system, responsibility, and how to achieve goal. This is our video presentation. Thank you for watching.